Hello students, how are you all doing? I hope you are doing well. My name is Priya Nishant and I am your science educator from Countryside International School. Today we are going to be discussing about the last topic of chapter number 1, Nutrition in Plants. The last topic is how nutrients are replenished in the soil. So you know that plants get all the nutrients from the soil, right? So that is the reason why farmers basically add all kinds of fertilizers, manure, chemical fertilizers, natural fertilizers, all different kinds of fertilizers to the soil. So over and over, if we are going to cultivate crops on the same land, after some time the land is going to be depleted of the nutrients. That is, the amount of nutrients will naturally get lower and lower every time. है ना? So farmers use additional fertilizers which is rich in minerals like nitrogen, potassium and magnesium in the forms of fertilizer. They add additionally. Okay. Also, this topic is how plants obtain nutrients or in nutrients, particularly nitrogen कैसे plants obtain करते हैं. That is what this topic is about. Okay. Generally, these crops require a lot of proteins. This that is pulses, for example, they are rich in proteins, you know that, right? So in order to produce a lot of proteins, these plants require a lot of nitrogen, because protein is a nitrogenous compound. Protein is a compound which contains nitrogen. As you already know that the atmosphere has maximum percentage of nitrogen, but plants are incapable of absorbing this atmospheric nitrogen directly. So there comes the part of rhizobium. Rhizobium is a bacteria which converts this atmospheric nitrogen into a water soluble nitrogen, and this water soluble nitrogen, rhizobium is found in the soil. Okay, so rhizobium will capture the nitrogen from the atmosphere and it will convert the nitrogen, atmospheric nitrogen into water soluble nitrogen, and the plants will absorb the water soluble nitrogen from its roots. So basically rhizobium are the bacteria which will be seen in the root nodules. This is where these root nodules, can you see this dot which is attached to the roots? Yeah, these root nodules are called rhizobium. These rhizobium survive in the roots of leguminous plants. Okay, so this rhizobium will convert atmospheric nitrogen into water soluble nitrogen, and this water soluble nitrogen is absorbed by the leguminous plants in order to make proteins. Okay, so this is a very simple topic. You have to remember that rhizobium is a bacteria which converts atmospheric nitrogen into water soluble nitrogen, and this water soluble nitrogen is absorbed by the plants, leguminous plants, to make proteins. Okay, so rhizobium is a perfect example of a symbiotic plant. That is, rhizobium cannot prepare their own food. Okay, so rhizobium will provide this I'll just show you. Rhizobium is a symbiotic plant. Okay, so rhizobium, what does rhizobium provide to the plants? It provides water plus nutrients. In return, what will plant provide? Rhizobium, plant will provide food that it prepares. Okay, so rhizobium and leguminous plants are perfect example of symbiotic plants. They live together with each other and they help each other for one thing or the other. That is, rhizobium will give nitrogen and other nutrients to the plants, and plants in return will provide food that they prepare from photosynthesis, and they will provide food to the rhizobium. That is how they maintain a symbiotic relationship. That is the bacteria, that is Rhizobium, and the leguminous plants are an example of symbiotic plants. This is how plants replenish nutrients from the soil. Okay, so I will be providing you the notes of this chapter. So you will have to write down the notes in your notebook, and I will also be providing the exercise. Okay, so if you have any doubt, we shall be conducting a Zoom classes in the weekend. So we will clear all your doubts and we will revise the chapter once again. So before attending the class, make sure that you have written down your notes in the notebook and read the textbook thoroughly. So if I have missed 1 or 2 points here and there, remind me, or I will check if you have read it or not, and I will be checking your notes through the classes. Okay, so be prepared. If you have any doubts, I will be clearing your all doubts through Zoom classes. Okay. So that is all for this chapter. Until next time, take care of yourself. Thank you.